What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live. It's Ryan and Jay. Jay, this is one of the last streams, the second to last stream of the year of 2024. And it's you and me.
Freaking crazy. We haven't been on daily together in like 3 weeks.
I know. We're trying to stay apart. We fight too much. Jeremy said we fight too much when we're on, so he was trying to keep us separated.
There's not enough super chats when I'm on with Ryan.
That's actually true. But that's fine. It means it is what it is. It's good for Jeremy's ego. So
yeah, I guess so. And the show usually ends on time.
That's a big plus for me,
So,
that's always a priority of mine.
Ryan's not going to hear any diehard debate, Nick Saban, Tim Tebow, or Titanfall 2 from this area over here. So, that's all.
That's true. I'm not, which is always a good thing. That's my Christmas blessings that I received, is that I don't have to do the show with Jeremy today. Thank God. I was dreading it. And then he calls me up. He calls me up like 6 hours after you messaged me. Hey, it's you and me tomorrow. He's like, hey, it's you and Jay tomorrow. I'm like, thank you. Good. Yeah, I'm glad. It's a Christmas fucking miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
I mean, at least you get a call. I just get like, are you free tomorrow? Yeah, why? Can you do daily with Ryan? Or I'm like, sure. Are you free tomorrow? I kind of know where it's going. I'm like, what else would you want from me?
Hey, just wanted to hang out and go grab lunch, bud.
Yeah, I'll be in town. Let's have lunch.
Maybe. You never know. Maybe.
Never. I don't think that's ever happened.
Grizzly Nightmare for 5. Do we really need a Happy Gilmore 2? Of course not. Of course we don't need one. Could it be good? I guess. I love Happy Gilmore. That's one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies.
First one is like one of my favorites. What could they possibly do in this one? He's like older, retired. They bring him out of retirement. Him and Shooter McGavin, are they going to team up and do like a doubles, to like win the day? I don't know how that's going to work.
I have no idea. Listen, I'm going to watch it. Okay. I'm going to watch it when it comes out because I love fucking Happy Gilmore. But yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. Are him and Shooter going to be enemies once again? Or like you said, is there going to be some other dude who's like a fucking asshole and something gets out of hand and he needs a teammate and he goes to Shooter who's retired and like disgraced now because of what happened with Happy Gilmore? He was never, ever able to resurrect his career again, shit like that. Maybe they do something like that and they have to team up.
That's the only thing I could see. Get the team up.
Yeah, I could see it happening.
That's about it.
Dom, our man Dom H with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Dom. Sorry your Giants had to go and win yesterday. Corn Boy with a thumbs up. Thank you, Corn Boy. Shout out to our man Corn Boy over there. Look, Corn Boy's got the green.
I know, he's got the avatar with a white stick of corn. White ear of corn.
That's great. That's great.
What did I say? Stick? A stick. It's a stick of butter. Ear of corn. Yeah.
Ear of butter. John Ambler for 5. Good morning, gents. The stream seems less gay today for some reason. It's just a Monday. I don't know.
It's just a Monday.
Who knows
Last Monday of 2024.
It is.
You got big New Year's Eve plans? I know Ryan's a big party guy.
I can be a big party guy at times, but my New Year's Eve plans as of right now, probably just to do a short stream, start a stream at like 11 Eastern and just kind of ring in the new year with people. That might be what I do. That
sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So you can go check that out on my channel.
Probably be playing Fortnite.
Fortnite. There you go.
Yeah, you know why? Because like when the ball drops, Fortnite's games stop, and they do like a 30-second celebration for everyone.
They do like a big announcement of the plot of the next Star Wars movie or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Whoever paid the most.
That'll be it. So I will celebrate. There we go. Be done.
Stephen De Leon for 5. Bills Mafia. Notre Dame rules all. Shout out West Texas.
Who's your Super Bowl prediction? Is it the Bills? I hope not.
Bills Lions, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were to... the Chiefs are coming on lately, man. Chiefs are going to be hard to beat. Chiefs are going to be hard to beat. But
the Dolphins are making a push.
They got a shot
to get into the playoffs.
I mean, they're going to get absolutely crucified by whoever they play.
100%.
But yeah, they have a chance to still make it. Even without Tua.
Yeah. It's rough.
Even without Tua. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure. I agree with Jay. What did he say?
I don't know. Thank you. Happy New Year to you, Garfield.
David Smart for $5. Happy New Year's, guys. What are you drinking for New Year's? I'm drinking my favorite combo, beer and whiskey.
Man, that's quite the combo. That'll put some hair on your chest for sure. Maybe on the bottom of your feet.
Well, I don't know.
A nice IPA and dump some whiskey in it.
I don't know if he means that he's I don't know if he's drinking them at the same time or if that's just like what he's drinking.
Oh, well, that changes everything. All right.
Have a couple beers, have some whiskey.
I'm just saying that's
a little bit different than just like, I don't know, taking just maybe he is though. Maybe he is doing some type of mixed something with beer and whiskey. In my experience, anything you do that with, you're chugging it as opposed to like sipping on it, but who knows? I will probably just be doing bourbon and cola for a while, and then then you have to pop the champagne.
I have champagne.
You got to pop the champagne after midnight. That's the rule. That's the rule.
I got champagne.
Big Worm for 5J. You continue to not sing. My sadness has caused me to shut down my ice cream truck. You're making kids' lives less happy. You're a monster.
All right, Big Perm. I sang on Christmas Day on Daily. That was it. You got to go back. You weren't there for that episode, but I did. I will not sing with Ryan here because I want the show to flow smooth. I don't want to upset him at the start of the show. So that's how it is.
It's right. It wouldn't. It wouldn't.
If you don't know the Big Perm, Big Worm joke, then you need to watch Friday. That's all I have to say.
I agree with Jay for 2. When your balls drop, J24. Barely got
say that. I said when the ball drops.
We'll have to go back and see.
Okay.
Golden Nuggets for 2. Ryan is gay. Thank you. Come on, chat. More super chat means less of Jeremy, a homosexual on Daily, and it'll knock him down a peg. That is possibly true as well.
How do you knock Jeremy down a peg? I don't know.
Boba Fett for 2. Ryan, any thoughts on who Jod is in Skeleton Crew? I haven't watched a single second of Skeleton Crew, to be honest with you. So
I think he's going to be Qui-Gon's apprentice.
Qui-Gon's apprentice?
I mean, Qui-Gon. I think he studied under Qui-Gon. I think that's where they're going with this.
Okay. I haven't watched a single bit of it, so
he's definitely not Crimson Jack anymore. Basically, every episode, somebody finds him, and he's a different character. So that's what's going on. And now he has a lightsaber. So we'll see who he studied under. Maybe it's Dooku. I don't know. Let's give him something. I don't know.
Dermy Wormy, member for 23 months, says, Hail, Dermy Wormy. Sideways stand for 2. Call Beardo. Ask who Big Perm is.
He doesn't know. He didn't watch Friday.
Big Worm for 5. I'll go back and watch. Miss Christmas Day. Guess we're married now. I get satisfied just once a year. Sad state of affairs.
I have nothing. I got nothing.
Calioth for 2. Oh, by the way, Jay, do you have any New Year's resolutions you're making or anything?
No, I'm kind of over it.
Okay, good. Because I was gonna say my New Year's resolution is to bully the fuck out of people that make New Year's resolutions.
Yeah. So. It's just another day.
All right,
we just got to get through it. That's it. I'm not starting a gym membership. I'm not
another
doing all
rule. Another rule I think we need to put in place for this New Year's is for anybody that's like making posts out there that's like 2025 gonna be my year. Go fuck yourself. If you had the power to do that, your last year wouldn't have been so shitty. I fucking get sick and tired of that shit.
You would have started a month ago.
Yeah.
I don't need any resolutions. I just kind of coasting through life like I've always had, and things just happen. So
good. Kalioth for 2. Transformers G1 Triptychon Godzilla City Former 2025.
What is that?
He's speaking Greek. I don't know. He's speaking Cybertron.
Transformers G1. I know that. I don't know what Triptychon Godzilla City Former.
Sounds cool. Maddening for 5 adults hosting the show today. Nice.
Maybe.
I don't know if I'd go that far. But Jay, since we are adults hosting the show, we should probably talk about children's movies.
Yeah, why not?
Because that's what we do here. We got to talk about Sonic and Mufasa, Jay.
I like Sonic 3 a lot. The only thing I different with Ryan about Sonic 3 is I actually enjoyed Jim Carrey's character. I thought Jim Carrey was one of the better parts of the movie. I heard you didn't like Jim Carrey.
It's just that I'm kind of sick of it. There was just
I totally get that argument.
With him as 2 characters. I'm like, God, I was just sick of it.
I totally get that argument. Maybe it was the drink I was drinking. He just freaking made me laugh all get out. Especially when I almost gave away a massive spoiler. Almost gave away a massive spoiler.
But you didn't, and that's the key.
I held back, man. I'm learning. There's just one scene that I don't know why. It made me laugh so freaking hard. Like I just couldn't stop laughing. I'll tell you after the show.
So Sonic 3, I thought it was really good. It's a really solid movie.
Yeah.
Obviously geared towards a very young demographic to get people and families in there. But Sonic 3, very good. I was surprised, however, that first weekend. I thought that Sonic 3 was going to have a real shot to knock off Mufasa at the domestic box office on its opening weekend. I didn't think that we'd get these results, right? Sonic Speed's $60 million debut. Mufasa the Lion King gets trampled with $35 million. And obviously Sonic 3 didn't open internationally until this weekend. Mufasa opened right away. So you had Disney, even though they got their asses kicked here domestically in the United States, they decided to go, put out this tweet. The #1 movie in the world is hilarious and will take you on an epic adventure. And technically, they were the #1 movie in the world because Sonic did not open internationally, but they got embarrassed domestically. And the gall to go ahead and put this out there was kind of funny to a lot of people. So much so that the entire thing got ratioed and they hid hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of replies of anything that had to do with Sonic the Hedgehog or Shadow or anything. Clearly very sensitive, clearly very paranoid. They were getting ratioed by Shadow. Look at this. How can we watch Mufasa when Sonic 3 exists? They got ratioed by that. And then, of course, over the Christmas corridor, when so many people were at the theaters, it was also very obvious that Disney, with these deals that they have worked out, they had all the advantages. They had 400 more theaters that they were showing this in. They had nearly every premium large format screen that they were showing Mufasa in, which brings in more money per customer. And when everyone's going to the theaters, that's a huge advantage. Somehow, some way, Jay, Sonic still holds on to the top of the box office in its second weekend. 38 million to Mufasa's 37.1. Now, I don't know if we've got official updated numbers for that. These were the projections based on what they thought Sunday would be. But holy shit, you can just see it's bringing in more money per theater.
And less theaters.
Mufasa. Yeah, in less significantly fewer theaters. And not the nice screens, right? That whether it's the huge ones, the big Dolby ones, or the IMAX ones, whatever. Mufasa has almost all of those because the deals that Disney has. And now, guess what they've gone ahead and done? Once again, Jay.
The #1 movie in America.
And the
community
#1 movie
noted.
in the world. Yeah, there's been tons of community notes going back and forth because you know what? If you decide, hey, let's take the weekend as, I don't know, Tuesday through Sunday, well, then Mufasa would have won. They had a bigger Christmas day than Sonic did. But if you take the actual fucking weekend, not exactly the case, is it? Not exactly the case. So, of course, they're getting destroyed once again. I think Jeremy found one way for them not to hide hide this reply if you support Trump. They did not hide that reply. There's Krista. There's Krista with Mufasa right there. So they didn't hide her reply. But they have already hidden hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of replies. This is so embarrassing for Disney. It really is, because you're trying to do your best to spin this as not a massive disappointment. But that's what it is. That's what Mufasa is. Because it's the follow-up to a movie that made like $1.6 billion in The Lion King. This is in all likelihood going to make about $1 billion less.
It's
$1 billion less.
I think the word of mouth out there is that this is when it's going to really start to hurt them. That people just saying it's a great movie. Go see Sonic. It's better than, Mufasa will be on Disney Plus in a month. Everything else they seem to put out. So go see Sonic. I don't understand what their point is to hide replies. Like, knowing that the giant button there to see hidden replies is so evident for anyone to see. It's just like, I don't understand why they would do that, to just bring more attention to the Sonic movie. The more they do that, it's like, it's more attention. And now every time they post something, more and more people are going to comment Sonic stuff, because it's Disney. They know that Disney's seeing this and reacting to it. So again, they're bringing more notice to Sonic than their own film, because they do this. Like, it's a lose situation for them. I don't know why they would even post a lie on top of it, that they weren't the number one. But
it's crazy, because look, from a certain point of view, if you take in, I don't know, the 6-day holiday, then yeah, they did outgrow Sonic. But everyone can look at the weekend numbers right there. And the number one movie at the weekend box office was Sonic 3. That's the reality. That's the truth.
Huge desperation.
It makes you look fucking pathetic.
Yes.
That you're hiding all these.
Yeah.
Look at this.
100%.
Look at this. Wow. Sorry to burst your trans dick, but Sonic Movie 3 is the number one movie in America. Oh, man.
Well said. But I mean, when do they get to that? Like, who's ever running the account, it's like, hey, start hiding replies, start hiding them. We don't want that. They're so out of touch with how things work. I don't get it. But I mean, that's Disney for you. Out of touch on a lot of things, honestly.
And look, I do think that when it's all said and done, Mufasa is probably going to have a little bit bigger box office than Sonic will.
Just for the international.
Yeah, I think that international is just, I don't think that Sonic, traditionally, when we've looked at these two movies, they basically make about the same domestically as they do internationally. I think that Mufasa is going to have a significantly higher international haul than Sonic is. However, these two movies are made with vastly different budgets and need vastly different things in order to break even. Especially if they are overloaded with international, Mufasa might have to make more than $600 million just to break even. It might need to be in that 350 area. Sonic, that's not the case. So I think that Sonic 3 probably going to end up maybe somewhere in that $500 million range. I think they'd be really happy with that if it hits that. If Mufasa makes $600 million, it's going to be a total and complete embarrassment and disappointment and waste of fucking time for them.
Crazy.
So
Disney does this stuff too. Like, didn't they do that with Ahsoka? Like they threw out some, like, it's the number one show on the streaming service with like 14 million. They were just like, they were putting out numbers that no one could actually track to share that their show. Wasn't that like, am I wrong on that? Or,
well, remember, the Ahsoka series was the first time they'd ever given those numbers out.
Right.
Right. And so they just put those numbers out there. We had nothing to fucking reference it to. But in the same way, they're always, and this is, you can't really expect a company to do anything different, right? Than to try to, when you state something, state it the way that it looks best for you. But remember, for the Acolyte, they did the same thing. There was a bunch of spin about the Acolyte. The press ate it up and regurgitated it, just like the good little bitches that they are, to make people think that first day or two's numbers were like actually good for the Acolyte when they weren't. They were horrific. And when you compared it with something like Ahsoka, that before that was the lowest rated Disney Star Wars project, then you really saw that it was a big problem. So, but yeah, go see Sonic.
They didn't do anything with the Skeleton Crew. They know them numbers are horrible. They know that Skeleton Crew. I can't wait to see those numbers. It's like really bottom of the barrel.
I don't think that
anybody's watching that show.
No, and I didn't expect anybody to.
Yeah,
like I'm not. It's not made for me. It's made for. When I fucking watched the trailer, I said, "All right, this is made for kids. Doesn't look interesting to me. Bye, pass." That's how I felt. Now, Sonic 3.
You were correct.
Sonic 3 made for kids. I was like, looks like it could be interesting, could be fun. I'll go see it. And I liked it. We'll see what happens with Andor and its massive budget when they debut that thing.
Holy crap. Yeah.
We'll see. Ryan, what Supernatural TV you like show? Supernatural, X-Files, or Grimm? I think Grimm is first and second X-Files. What's the best Supernatural TV you like show? Supernatural, X-Files, or Grimm? I mean, it's been forever since I watched X-Files. I used to watch it all the time when I was younger. I don't know if I ever watched Grimm.
Bless you.
That came out of nowhere. I don't know if I ever watched the show Grimm. Let me see.
I never saw Grimm, but if he asked me that question, I'd probably pick X-Files. X-Files was almost like you never missed it religiously when it was on. It was kind of like the first few seasons were an event.
I watched a couple seasons of Supernatural. I don't know if you actually asked about Supernatural, if you're just putting that in there. I watched a couple seasons of Supernatural. It was like fun, but I never really got too into it. Any thoughts on season 2 of Squid Game, says Boba Fett 2? Or says Boba Fett.
I haven't seen any of it yet.
I haven't watched the first season of Squid Games, so I have nothing to say about season 2 yet. I don't know. B chain for 2, LMAO. Mufasa gets trampled. Yes, you gotta, come on. You have to love the headlines like that. I'll do the same thing in my videos if it fucking makes sense. Sonic 3 speeds away with the box office, right? You can do stuff like that. Little Mermaid flounders at the box office with a weak opening. Of course. Can Disney get their heads above water? Like, hey, do that all day. Hire me to write your headlines for you. Tobias next for 10. Is it really a spoiler if it follows the storyline of a game that was released back in 2001? Plus, it makes some sense that Carrey would play both Robotniks, since who else could play older Jim Carrey? I'm not saying it doesn't make any sense. It's
just as humor, you know. It's not for. He plays Jim Carrey in every movie when it's a comedy. He plays like Ace Ventura, right? It's like Ace Ventura.
Maybe I like hit an age and I'm like, I'm kind of done with it. I don't know, but I mean, I still like rewatch The Grinch and like The Grinch and like Jim Carrey and The Grinch. It's just I just had a little bit too much of two Jim Carreys in this. In this plot.
Have you ever rewatched Ace Ventura? Or like that's.
It's been a long time since I rewatched Ace Ventura. I used to love those when I was little, though. I used to love that shit.
Guy talking out of his butthole. I mean, what's not to love?
It's pure cinema. Kuma 94 for 5. I love the fact that in Chris's picture, she's wearing a Shadow t-shirt in front of Mufasa. Sonic Shadow for the win. I didn't even look at it that closely, but I suppose you're right. We had some people looking very close. Snacks for 2. Akuna Mufasa. It means there is no Mufasa. Means no worries. Critchian, Ryan is the fairest of them all.
Hey, you did get a nice haircut.
I did get a haircut, yes.
So did I. I got one too, but I put a hat on instead.
Look at that. Jay puts a hat on when he wakes up and has weird hair. Yeah. I just let it fly. Somebody actually photoshopped me as the fairest of them all.
I saw that. Thank you, Jeremy.
Oh, is Jeremy the one that tweeted that out?
Yeah. He's like, I saw it. Now you have to. You know that old gag when you want to post something weird or gross? I saw it. Now you do.
D-Day Cobra. Here it is. It's from Danky, I guess.
Good old Dank. Wow.
There it is. That's me as Snow White, apparently. Jeremy as the evil queen.
With no eyebrows.
I like how there's 2 sets of Peter Dinklage in the background. That's what that looks like, right?
Yeah. He's got 2 pints.
One is way bigger than this one.
Yeah.
Fucking AI shit, first. Dude. It's like how the mirror isn't exactly properly shaped. If that is a mirror and not just a random shield on the wall, maybe it's a shield. Looks like it's reflecting the light, so maybe it's a shield.
That's rough.
I need it. I need a shave if they actually want me to play that role, but yeah, I think I could do it.
And the Daily Wire might hire you to finish their film.
Maybe. Haven't heard anything about that one.
No more Brett Cooper.
The thing is, that one was forever ago, though.
Yeah.
So then they got into the Pendragon cycle thing. So I have no idea. Mentioned this on Nerdrotic yesterday, but if you ever go to Nashville, look for the store McKay's, massive 2-story used media store, always packed.
Oh man, I love
Nashville, or is it like downtown Nashville? Or just McKay's. I like Nashville. Jeremy drank my alcohol in Nashville.
He did. This Dr. Pepper tastes funny.
Like, I think it's flat.
Yeah.
This Dr. Pepper tastes really weird.
This thing tastes funny.
It's a Jack and Coke, you dumb fuck.
I was dying laughing.
I was too, because it was so like naive, I guess.
I know.
Like, it's exactly the result you would expect if a child accidentally drank it. You're like, the fucking same.
Facial expression, everything.
Yeah.
We both had. You had a Jack and Coke. I think I had the same thing.
We did, yeah.
And he ordered a Dr. Pepper. We had a guy playing. I think he was playing the big oboe in the back or something. He was playing some music.
Playing an oboe? I don't think he was playing an oboe, was he?
I thought he was like, doom, doom, doom. Like there was some music going on. It
like he was playing a bass?
Yeah, man. Maybe a cello. I don't know. Something like that. I thought it was a stringed instrument. Anyway.
But that's not an oboe.
Yeah, I mean a bass. That's what I mean.
Oboe's the little gay, even more gay-looking clarinet that has.
Yeah, that's right. Not the clarinet. Yeah. It was a stringed instrument. That's what I think. I can't remember, but yeah, I do remember him taking a sip and acting like he was just taking medicine. that he didn't like.
Oh, this Dr. Pepper tastes funny. I think it might be flat.
And you got his because you took a sip. You're like, no, this is not. That's not what I ordered.
I should have realized it sooner, because when they gave it to us, I got a big ass cup.
Yeah.
And you and him got little cups.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because I just got fucking like a big ass Dr. Pepper, which is supposed to be Jeremy's, but whatever. We got $100 super chat from Linko Kenobi. What's up, Linko? What's up, guys? I enjoyed Sonic 2, watched it twice. Well, what about Sonic 3? That's really the question. Did you guys check out the trailer for Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? What a piece of shit. Not watching anyways. I'm less than 160 away from getting 500 subs, less than 150 from completing my watch hours. Hail the chat. Hail 199.
Man, that's awesome. You just started, too.
He's grinding away, man. Shout out to Linko Kenobi. He's doing work out there to grow his channel. So keep grinding, man. And then, yes, I guess we could talk about that. Do you want to talk about Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Jay?
Sure. Everything in that show looks like crap.
Some characters are black. Who Who would have possibly expected? We can let me share
Even
the whole
Spider-Man looks
screen.
terrible in that.
Yeah, so
and it's also like high school Spider-Man. It's like, when are they ever gonna break away from that and maybe do something different? But I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was not initially supposed to be this show. Originally, it was conceived as actually like a prequel basically to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It was called Freshman Year, I think. That was the original idea for the show. It evolved kind of drastically over the next couple years. They decided that it wasn't going to be connected to that, things like that. But here it is, your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. We got a 2-minute trailer that we can watch a little bit of. They try to get you in with some of the music as well. Here we go.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Peter, you're gonna be late.
Sorry, man, I'm up. I'm okay.
Hey,
The Spidey senses didn't really work there.
No.
Petey's always been a bit clumsy.
You know me, clumsy Petey Parker. Help! Mr. Campbell, I remembered I left something in the bathroom. Deuces. Parker out.
Superpower size kid, know you want a neighbor like me.
Somebody help me! He's running.
God, I hate that suit, man.
Gotcha. I thought it was dead meat. Check out our next.
Wait, is that?
So there are reports basically that this may be Harry Osborn. Now,
Did
why
he
would
have
you
a
say
deep
that?
voice when he talked?
Now, why would we think that it would be Harry Osborn? That doesn't look anything like Harry Osborn, does it? Well, just wait to the end, and maybe it will. We'll come back to Harry Osborn if that is him.
Somebody help me! He's running. Grab him. Gotcha. I thought it was dead meat. Check out our next.
All right, hold on. Stop. That's a guy. Because they say he's running, grab him. Then he talks with a man's voice. I thought it was a girl.
It looks like a lesbian, like dresses like, look at the hairstyle. Yeah. Like it looks like a lesbian, but it is apparently at least identifies as a man.
Ouch. Oh! Watch out for that ladder. Just consider it a good deed from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's me, by the way. I'm Spider-Man.
There we go again. Swinging through the city so fast you could barely notice him.
I truly believe that I have these powers to help people, to protect them.
Need my city, you need me. Taking off the mask, I know what you see. Know you want a neighbor like me. Just a young man cleaning up the streets. Ain't nothing changed, no, this is the real me.
So, you're Spider-Man. With my help, you'll achieve greatness.
So in case you missed it, yes, this is Norman Osborn. Now, it's been a meme for a long time about Norman Osborn's waves that he has in his hair as a white man. They decided that fuck that. We'll just make him black. Here's Norman Osborn.
If Spider-Man gets a suit from Osborn, he doesn't make his own.
Well, obviously he did have his own there that he clearly made that you don't like. But now he's getting this suit.
Not how the suit
Man. With my help, you'll achieve greatness.
Oh man, this suit's incredible. If you ever need another butt kicking, just look for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Know you want a neighbor like.
Oh, hold on. We gotta watch the end.
Be excused from said test. Ah, nice of you to join us, Mr. Parker. See me after class.
Yeah. I mean, even like, forget the Osborn. This show looks like crap. Everything just looks terrible for a Spider-Man show. Like they can't. I didn't like that he wore a suit in the movies that was made, by Iron Man. But now I guess he's wearing a suit made by Harry Osborn. And God, that's just
by Norman, and then here's Harry. Maybe it's Harriet. I don't know. Harriet Osborne. Maybe that's a possibility.
Wow. I'm not surprised because like I was showing before the stream, like the what Disney has in their television shows. So we could pull that up when you're done with all.
Yeah, you can pull it up now. Go ahead. I just wanted to point out Nick Brown. I'm something of an African American myself. Yes, those memes have already been out there for a while, and now it's here.
So, like, as far as like when they put a new show together, this is something that they've had this forever. This is ABC, but it's the same thing. Like you could find it under Disney Plus inclusion standards. It's actually the same thing. So basically, standard A, on-screen representation. At least 3 of the following 5 areas need to be met to fulfill standard A. So they're looking to fulfill like standard A. 50% of more regular and recurring written characters come from underrepresented groups. That could be a ton of different characters, you know. Actors, 50% or more of regular and recurring actors come from underrepresented groups. Having a tough time. And A3, secondary characters, meaningful inclusion of underrepresented groups as a secondary or more minor. Like, what is that? Like, why do secondary characters?
Yeah, and you know, this is a show that has been around in the works for a while. Actually, the first time we found out the rumors or reports of Harry and Norman Osborn being race swapped were over 2 years ago at a panel where they revealed some stuff about this, including like some of the concept art of these characters. That was back when it was still supposed to be tied to the MCU. They have nixed that. It's no longer connected to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It's something that's separate. But this has been in the works for years and years, basically, and kind of got shuffled around. Probably potentially one of those things that they think is going to be shit and they're putting out anyway, kind of like Ironheart or whatever. But yeah, people are going to have a problem with race swapping characters whenever you do it, especially a character like Norman Osborn.
Well, the fact that they follow these guidelines, then yes, they literally just looked at a character and said, well, we've got to like hit the standard, you know, that we put out ourselves. So let's just pick a character and do it. And that'll be the end of it. Now we've met our standard to, I don't know, end racism. Like it makes no sense to me. And if they continue with this, then obviously they're never going to end. And it will always be a talking point that they will make a show and go, we haven't hit standard A. So what are we going to do with standard A? We've got to change certain things. Instead of deep diving into Marvel and finding underrepresented heroes and making shows about them, they just do the easy way and just pick a character and change the race to a group that's underrepresented.
Underrepresented.
At this point, it's like whatever. I'm just saying, it's unbelievable. They can't win by setting these type of standards. Just tell good stories. There's a lot of good stories to be told, especially in Marvel. You know, it's just like, but this is the easy way out for them, in my opinion.
Looking forward to it. Not really.
Yeah, I doubt it. I don't think anyone's gonna watch this. Other than all that, the show looks stupid. It just looks stupid in general for a Spider-Man show.
Operation Outstanding in Field for 5. Any advice for after 40? That one's clearly directed at you, Jay.
Yeah.
Didn't think I'd live this long after the last few intense years. Thank you for the laughs.
Any advice? Thank God every day you're still alive. Enjoy. Take a trip you always wanted to take. Take a risk. Take a chance. Ask that girl out you've been waiting to ask. Who knows? She says no. Oh, well. You made it this long in life. Start enjoying it a little bit.
There you go. Operation 1 for 6 shekels.
Also, don't take advice from someone that can't say underrepresented.
Still can't say it. Long live the almighty King Cornholio. Thank you, Operation 1. Exit 199 on I-40 in West Nashville. Yes, exit 199. Well, that's very appropriate.
Of course.
I wish that thing would die in 2025, bro. The fucking 199.
Is that
shit.
a resolution?
I just hope it dies. Kaleki Oki. Jay, are you excited for Harriet Osborne?
No.
Artist Jaquise for 199. Is that Will Smith rapping? I don't know.
It's probably AI. They don't want to have to pay someone to actually make a soundtrack, so they can just go to AI and type in what they want, and then they make it. Knowing Disney.
Hagrid, Master of the Obvious for 5, says, "You're a woman, Harry, and you're urban."
I don't know what that was.
Thank you, Hagrid. B-Chain for 2, Friendly Neighborhood Spider Cringe. Eric K for 2, that's Oswalda Jones, pronouns non-male. Rudy for 2, Willem Dafoe got a tan. Guess he's Black Goblin now. Dave's Pepsi, the white suit is from Mr. Fantastic, not Osborne.
Okay, well, the way the teaser trailer was like, hey, now that I know that you're Spider-Man, we can help you with that, so I guess we'll see.
B-Chain for 5, surprised they cut out Harry's attacker screaming, "This is MAGA country" from the trailer. Rabid One for 5, so rap, lots of black characters and sirens for half the trailer. What are you trying to say, Disney? I don't know. Take it as you will. Snacks for 2. He's not Spider Pig anymore. He's Harry Plopper. Thank you. Spider Claw for 5. Race swaps an instant. Nope. They love removing gingers. Makes me wonder about MJ. Listen, I don't know who that character was that came up. That tall, diverse girl that came up and talked to Petey, but certainly could have been MJ. Certainly could have been. John Ambler for 199. Thank you, John. Over on Locals for $5, Rich the Plug says, "At least you fuckers have hair. The Navy took mine away."
You lost your hair in the Navy.
Maybe it was
thanks for serving our country.
Just coincidence. Grabthar's Hammer for $1 says, "Does Peter Parker get?" I need to make sure I pronounce this right. Does Peter Parker get the nega bands like Miss Marvel?
The power.
I don't
bands?
know. We'll have to see. The Trillist, Norman Osborn looks like he can hook up some ribs on the grill. Sweet Baby Ray's. Sweet Baby Ray's are amazing. Or is amazing, by the way. That's my favorite barbecue sauce. So
Is it?
If I'm buying some out of the store, yeah, absolutely. Gotta go Sweet Baby Ray's. What about you?
As far as barbecue goes?
Barbecue sauce, yeah.
That's a tough one, man. Usually I get whatever's on sale.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I usually like my stuff dry.
You like Jay likes it dry. You heard it here first.
I'm underrepresented, so I like it dry. I've saying that word wrong so many times now. I can't say it right.
You're adding too much.
I know.
Underrepresented.
I know. I'll just shut up.
Underrepresented.
Yeah. Underrepresented. There you go.
Yeah, that's all you got to say.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Superman, Jay. What did you think? I don't know if I ever got your take. What was your take on James Gunn's Superman trailer that we got to look at last week?
I liked it. I didn't have any issues with it. I did find this was actually the only scene that I thought was weird. Was like, who carries a can of like juice with them to throw at somebody when they're angry? I mean, groceries are high. So it's like, I don't understand that one scene. This guy like picked up a can of something out of his grocery bag and just chucked it at Superman's head. was the only
maybe he was just happened to get groceries and Superman let a piece of something fall down an apartment complex. Who fucking knows, right?
I know.
Clearly,
That's the
these
only
people are
thing.
not happy with the way Superman probably tried to save them, and this man throws a can at him. What stood out to me so much was how many Man of Steel parallels they were.
100%. Yeah.
When so much of the discussion has been about moving away from that. And obviously, I really liked Henry Cavill's Superman. I wish we could have got more of that. Not the case, not happening. And I hope we get a good Superman movie, regardless of who makes it, even as James Gunn, even though I have my doubts. But that's what shocked me with all of this talk about, oh, it's all about hope and inspiring and all this stuff. And I saw a lot of parallels to Man of Steel. Certainly, it's just a trailer, so who knows what happens. But overall, it was received very well. There's some people that are crazy hyped about it. There's some people that absolutely despise it. But overall, I mean, just look at the numbers: 1.1 million likes to 74,000 dislikes. Overall, a very well received trailer that got a lot of people talking and discussing it, and got a lot of views for Warner Brothers, which is what you want for a trailer. However, we're starting to hear some interesting things from behind the scenes. Superman buzz not good following Warner Brothers screenings. And this is all coming in the aftermath of the Hollywood Reporter initially talking about screenings that happen internally at Warner Brothers, right? For people that are working on the film and stuff like that. And the Hollywood Reporter said, we're keeping very quiet about how the reaction to this screening was, but they are scheduled for some reshoots in a few weeks in Los Angeles. So they didn't tell people that they thought it looked like shit. They also didn't tell people that it sounded like it was good. But now we're starting to hear some stuff. Superman Fallout, buzz is not good. Should be worried. Latest comes from Jeff Snyder on the most recent episode of the Hot Mic podcast. While discussing the recent news about Batman Part 2 getting delayed and Andy Muschietti's DCU Batman movie getting postponed, Snyder revealed he talked to a source who said there are big concerns surrounding Gunn's Superman. Went to dinner with a source who knew multiple people had seen Superman. The buzz is not good. It's not me trying to take the movie down. Maybe I misphrased the VFX things, but I'm hearing bad things. I'm hearing you should be worried things. Now, a lot of time between now and July 11th, a lot could happen, and it sounds like James Gunn is aware of some of the feedback. Sounds like THR is aware of some of the feedback, or they're keeping that amazing buzz the studio would love to have out there in the Fortress of Solitude. And this is what we're talking about. This is reporting on this screening from Hollywood Reporter before this. We've heard from multiple sources about one screening in particular on the lot with his close-knit crew of people he trusts. We're keeping the buzz about the movie itself at our own Fortress of Solitude, but we can tell you the movie will do in a few days of additional shooting in Los Angeles. There also said things about it feels like a mix of Captain America, the First Avenger, and the Mummy movies. So that's kind of what apparently some insiders are saying about the movie itself. I've never been overly hyped for this. I've never known if James Gunn is the right guy for this, but I'm going to take it at face value when it comes out. Are you excited to see Superman, Jay? With everything we've heard, with everything we know, are you excited for the movie?
Not excited, more curious to see like how this is going to work, because he did add a lot of players in that teaser trailer, plus crypto. And I just wondering how you're going to put all that together, because this has to do well, right? For this universe to work. If this movie comes out of the gate and bombs, what is that going to do for James Gunn's universe? Like, what is that? Are they just going to be like, well, we'll let him do a couple films and move away? What if this is terrible? Like, are they just going to shut it down? Are they going to power through it and be like, well, let's see how Batman does, like, or will they just stop and just say, well, let's just focus on Matt Reeves stuff and not do anything else and work on that universe? There's a lot on the line on this film from what I hear. So
I think there's obviously a lot on the line. I think there's probably different levels, right? If this thing comes out and makes $1 billion, it's going to be like, James Gunn, you have free reign to do whatever you want. Go for it. If it comes out and it's like in the $600-700 million range, they're probably going to be like, all right, this didn't hit as hard as we thought. We need to kind of reprioritize and re-strategize things and figure out what we're doing going forward. Now, if this is a fucking Marvel's level or Flash level failure, $200-300 million, that's the only time that I think they might pull the plug completely.
Yeah.
So I think you kind of have different levels at which you would truly hit the panic button for them. But there's no doubt there's a lot riding on this. This needs to be big. This has to be big. And
so what's interesting is you have that talking point that the buzz is not good. Then you have like accounts like this that say there has been no test screenings for Superman as of yet. The recent rumors of negative reception from the screening are nonsense. Screenings aren't accepted to begin until the spring.
Yes. So this is where a lot of people in the access media and the press start to try to spin things. It's true. There have been no audience test screenings. That's what that's talking about. The screening that was given, that this is not something that was reported on by like Scoopers or whatever. This is something that happens all of the time as movies are coming together. This was a Warner Brothers screening.
Okay.
That they did internally, right? This is not a test screen where they bring a bunch of audience members in and they give their feedback. That's not what this is. That's what that's reporting. Screenings aren't supposed to begin until the spring. So you're going to have a lot of people that are running cover for this, and James Gunn has a lot of people in his pocket. The very fact that Hollywood Reporter came out with this a few weeks ago, right? A few weeks ago, and talked about the screening internally at Warner Brothers, right? With this close-knit crew of people that you trust. We're keeping the buzz about the movie itself in our own fortress of solitude. But we can tell you the movie will be doing a few days of additional shooting in Los Angeles in the near term. That tells you that the feedback wasn't good.
Yes.
Like, because what would they say? What would they say if it was great? We've heard great things about it.
Yeah.
But no, we're going to keep it at our own fortress of solitude. So a lot of retards that don't know what they're talking about out there, and that's fine. Now, whether this
that's why I brought it up
one,
so you could clarify.
What's that?
That's why I brought it up so you could clarify.
Yeah, for sure. And again, James Gunn is a liar. He lies constantly about everything. And maybe that response is stemming from James Gunn being like, we haven't done any audience test screenings. Well, that's not what the report was. It wasn't about an audience test screening. It was about an internal screening at Warner Brothers that happened throughout the course of making movies.
Yeah, a little play on words will get people thinking something different. So, agree with you completely.
100%. And then when it was revealed that they're going to be doing additional filming in Los Angeles, James Gunn said, "Oh no, it's not reshoots, just a couple pickup shots. No reshoots, we promise." Because James Gunn doesn't do reshoots. James Gunn doesn't do reshoots.
Pickup shots. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Over on Rumble, Pat. Ryan's New Year's resolution is to increase his intake of yellow dye number 5 and brominated vegetable oil by consuming more Taco Bell and Mountain Dew. I'm going to be honest. I wish I had Taco Bell last night. I went to Del Taco instead.
Was it disappointment?
Yeah. It just reminded me why I always do Taco Bell. I shouldn't have fucking been unfaithful to Taco Bell. I shouldn't have cheated on Taco Bell. I've learned my lesson. No more Del Taco. No more Del Taco. Derek PG Beller, for one. I adore Jim Carrey as a comedian, and I loved him in the first two, but I also agree he was overplayed in Sonic 3 just a bit much. Maybe it's because it's his last performance ever, according to him.
Until the next paycheck.
Yeah. Ike and Alice, for 2. Spy DEI man.
Icanalist. That's Icanalist.
Bronsonite, for 1. Their own retarded standards create the overrepresentation we're fucking sick of. Also, myself and all my underrepresented friends, LOL, can't stand race swapping crumbs making new characters. Yeah, it's frustrating for a lot of people.
They have a lot of characters they can use. They just choose not to.
All right, where was I? Oh, here. Jay likes it dry. Ryan likes it raw. Ha ha ha. Thank you. I agree with you.
You like it dry too. You don't like a good dry rub?
I prefer like saucy barbecue.
Okay.
If there's ever an option for anything, wet rather than dry is always the best way to go. Beardo's inner thoughts for 5. Other than bread, I guess. Maybe that's the only thing. Beardo's inner thoughts for 5. Harry has the exaggerated swagger of a young black teen. We was goblins and shit. Thanks, Beardo's inner thoughts. Sup, man, for 2. The animation looked like crap.
Yeah, it does. It looks terrible. It looks terrible.
Caveman Dave. Yeah, sure, Jeff Snyder. We believe your review.
Sometimes he's been on point, you know.
You spelled Snyder wrong. No, it's not a Zack Snyder impersonator or anything. Lord Botha for 5. Cosmic Book News put out a second article saying that people who actually saw the screening liked it. Yeah, well, yeah, there's some people that liked it and there's some people that are concerned about it, which is why there's worrisome stuff. But overall, I think that there's going to do a couple reshoots to figure things out. And I think that not anything extensive, not weeks and weeks of reshoots like we're used to seeing with Marvel movies. This is probably going to be ultimately a couple days of stuff that either they didn't get or didn't get right, which is fairly normal for a lot of things. So I don't think it's something that should come off as super concerning. But I don't know if this is going to be the home run that a lot of people are anticipating after this trailer release. I think it's going to do well. But we'll see. Do you think it's going to hit $1 billion, Jay?
I don't know. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's not. I feel like he's packed too much into this film for like like the argument that it's comic book accurate or whatever, like that for comic book people, like they appreciate that, but people that don't read comic books have to enjoy the film too. So people that don't know, that know absolutely nothing about comic book Superman, you have to get them to buy tickets as well. So that's the real test. I think adding the dog is probably huge. That merchandise, people love dogs. So
people love what?
Dogs.
I thought you said dongs.
Dogs.
Got it. John Papa Sergio for 5. The more I hear this movie, the more it seems it has the tone of Black Adam. With Henry Cavill's Superman. Harry Brownhole for 2. Sad soups plus emotionally manipulative dog equals Guardians 3. I don't have a problem with the way that Superman was presented in the trailer at all, honestly. I was just surprised how he was presented based on what we'd been hearing, like the talking points that were coming out. It then shocked me that we had that type of Superman. I don't have any problem with a Superman who's, especially initially when we get introduced, struggling in this, to try to be and try to do all the right things and try to be a ray of hope in a very dark world. I don't have a problem with that. Storm Shadow, reshoots are to mirror Lex more after Elon. The left is bitter and pressure's on Gunn to do it. Articles mere cover to hide left's TDS and Elon's DS. And Elon derangement syndrome. I don't know where you heard that one from, but we'll see. Hi, Kira for 5. Daily with Jeremy. I just want to fight about everything, not listening to arguments and move goalposts. Daily without Jeremy. This is nice.
Thank you.
Christopher Nolan, Jay, bring the Canadian Bear outfit for that movie.
Hey, Chris Nolan.
Christopher Nolan in the house.
Hey, you got to tell me what's going on with Tenet, Mr. Nolan. I have no idea what that movie's about.
Grabdar's hammer for $1. Ryan, thank you for reading locals tips before the last 30 seconds of the stream. Jeremy, a homosexual man, typically sucks at that. He's not great.
Yeah. Typically, yeah.
Not great with it. Sometimes we forget. But we didn't forget today. We got it. And as we're speaking, Jay, hold on. We just got a couple more. Peter, I'm not racist. My best friend is black. Says the Trillist. Aurora uplinks for 2. High hopes that we will have good films again in 2025.
Yeah, we'll start with Captain America.
And then we'll move on to Snow White.
Yeah.
John Papa Sergio for 5. people want a Superman movie, not a Superman and Friends movie. Seems like they don't know what to do with him, so they had 10 other characters. I don't think that's one of these. I don't think that's why the characters are added. I think that those characters are there to show you that this is a full universe already, and this is not like a Superman origin story. He exists in this world where he already is Superman, and there are a lot of other superheroes. And I think part of the conflicts in this movie are going to be how he gets along with said superheroes, because I don't think he wants to be part of their team. Tobias next for 5. Hey, Jay, which would you rather play with, Naughty Dog or Bad Dragon? I'm still enjoying Fun Dog personality with Forever Winter's world building.
Who would I play with?
Don't answer the question, Jay.
I just thank you. I don't know. I'm nervous when you ask a question, Tobias. You could be talking about one thing, but then talking about something completely else. Just saying.
All right, and we're all caught up.
And look at that.
1
minute over.
We did. 1 minute over. What do you got going on, Jay?
Getting ready for New Year's. That's about it. I'm actually going to go work out. Look at me. Now that the stream is over. And, you know, one last 7 days of Achromatic Chronicles, and you never have to hear about it till the 3rd book comes out in a year. So that's about it.
There you go.
That's it.
Check it out from Jay. Only a couple days left for that. I'm gonna be doing normal stuff, I guess, making videos and whatever.
I should make a video for my main channel. It did hit 100,000. It's been about a week.
Wait, what?
It's been about a week.
Oh, since you made one? Okay.
Yeah.
You did Superman one?
Yeah.
There you go.
It did okay.
Copyright claimed on it?
I did. So
I did too, and I beat the cocksuckers.
I didn't. I filled it out and did everything right, and I didn't beat it.
You had to do it a second time and risk a strike if you wanted to beat it.
I see. I don't get the views that you get, so, you know, I kind of like, you know, whatever.
I hear you. Let me make sure we didn't miss anything. I think we're still all caught up on Rumble, and we're still caught up on locals. So, hey, appreciate you guys being here. We'll be back tomorrow for the I don't know who it'll be, but we'll be back tomorrow. Maybe one of us, maybe both of us, for the last fucking stream for Geeks and Gamers daily, at least, of 2024. How about that?
It'll be an underrepresented group person.
That's right. We'll have diversity. All right, guys, have a good one. We'll talk to you later.